Welcome back to the 10-8 podcast brought to you by Superfan and my co-host, Alex. What's going on, Alex?
What's up, dude? What's up? Man, fight week once again. Is it really a fight week though? It's man, this card is so bad. But I think we have even bigger news, dude. Do you think Conor McGregor is out?
Man, I just bought my tickets this week. I had my flights and stuff, but I just bought this week. I'm going to try to sue Ariel Helwani, I guess, because he's the one that was like, hey, it's all good. Buy your tickets. Have fun. So I've I've had a few people DM me since this has been going on, and it's multiple people. I don't know how reliable they are, but it's getting back to me that Connor might have broken toes, and that's what this whole hoopla is about, broken toes. Uh, I think the whole Ariel situation is kind of weird. Like, he has a breaking news once a week, and it's breaking news. There's pessimism. Breaking news. There's optimism. He's like a professional yapper, dude. He's saying nothing, but like we're just left with his word because nobody else is reporting on this right now. Where do you think we're at?
Yeah, I've heard some things. I've heard that the fight is kind of just okay at the moment. It was bad last week, and then it got good. So I don't know where this random um, fight is in
Do
limbo
you,
is coming from.
do you know what was good about it or what was bad about it and now it's good about it? Are his toes healing or something or flaring up?
Yeah, it was just it was an injury, and they weren't sure if he would pull through. But I was told that everything kind of just went well. And honestly, I just unless he has a legit like two broken arms and two broken legs, I just don't see Connor pulling out of this fight because then he'll never be able to say that he's never pulled out of a fight, you know. So I think it's just I think we're in good standing.
How funny would it be if this whole time Dana has just been intentionally feeding one source stuff? And he just this whole time Dana White has just been doing it so the week of he can just fucking dunk on Ariel.
I mean,
Because dude, he's the only one reporting on it. That's weird.
yeah, 1000%. No, I mean, and for good reason. I mean, it's literally the UFC saying nothing. All of the people I talk to are just kind of keeping their mouth sealed. So who really knows? All I know is if Connor doesn't fight, you're going to be broke because those tickets are, you know, they
Yeah, no. Um, I was told it's possible to get a refund. So
no, yeah, it is. Main events, if main events get canceled, you can get a refund.
that's what I thought. But not my plane tickets and my hotel or time on all these other things. So and let you know, Dana, if you're listening to this, you're being a massive dick by not letting me know. So go ahead and just slip your boy some info.
And Superfan might get you know, might his might you might lose your wife because you know you spent a fortune on everything. So you know,
Well, the writing's been on the wall for years anyway, but this will be the final straw.
figures. I mean, figures. Yeah. So let's just get to this UFC Vegas '93.
Back in the Apex.
Back at the Apex, baby. I did go to the WWE event last on Sunday, and dude, it was fucking pretty bitching. I cannot lie. I really hope they keep the floor seating how they did, but you know, I leave it up to the UFC to not do anything that makes
Yeah, I have no
sense.
thoughts on that because I think that the WWE's for man children and the special needs community. So but I'm glad that you fit in and had fun.
I do fit into that community, and I had a blast. So UFC Vegas '93. Whoo, man, what are your thoughts on this card?
Uh, I keep saying, like, we need to get rid of the Apex. And I see a card like this. I'm like, no, this probably belongs in the Apex. There was some bright lights on it for me. Like, I was really excited for the Ikram fight. He was supposed to fight Andre Muniz, or Muniz, how you pronounce that. He's a very good prospect, and that was a real challenge for him, I thought. and now he's find a local barista at my Starbucks. His name's Antonio. He makes a hell of a caramel macchiato. So I think he's about a plus 800 underdog right now. So hopefully Ikram goes easy on him.
I mean, that is Mackenzie Dern's ex husband. So, I mean,
I didn't know that. He
yes.
might have that dog in him.
I mean that's what I'm saying.
But he did fumble it, though. I don't know. I don't know. Who gets that close to the end zone and fumbles?
Oh, that is, I mean, just knowing that
Doesn't perform well
knowledge,
under pressure.
yeah, that is true. All right, he's gonna take two L's, two big L's in the last couple of years. He lost Mackenzie Dern, and he's gonna get steamrolled by Ikram. So,
He's very Portuguese, isn't he? I
yes,
wonder if there's a language barrier there since, Mackenzie only. I'm not going to make any Mackenzie Dern jokes. I'm sorry.
you're stupid, bro. He's also had only one fight in 5 years, so it's it's pretty rough. The rest of the card, man, it is, dude, it's so bad. It's so bad, and I'm like trying to find something. I do like Josh Van, but he's fighting Tagir Ulanbekov, who's a really good grappler and very underrated, and he's probably going to beat Josh Van, which kind of sucks. I
Yeah,
always,
let's talk about
you know,
let's talk about terrible matchmaking for a second. You get this Joshua Van guy coming up, who everybody just wants to see stand and bang, and they're like, no, we're going to give him somebody from Russia, so we can't see that. Yeah, that was smart.
yeah, that's pretty rough. Before we even go any further, I do have to point out I didn't say it last week, but um, you know, you bet against your friend Nico Price, and he won, bro. So you are such a bad friend.
Listen, I knew he'd see that and get motivated to prove me wrong, and I think you could argue that makes me a good friend. I was willing to put myself out there and be wrong on purpose.
Mm.
And yeah, you're welcome, Nico.
I mean, if you put it that way, all right. Yeah, I mean, maybe you're back on the good friend train.
I am. I am. That's why I'm so mean to you, and I always doubt you. I'm just trying to make you do better. I want you to. I know you. I know you and Nico Price look up to me as a father figure of sorts, and I just want to motivate you guys to do better.
I appreciate that, dude. I appreciate that. The only other fight that kind of like Josh Quinlan versus Adam Puget, it's going to be violent and someone's going to get knocked out in that, which is going to be fun. But other than that, dude, this card sucks ass. What do you, what about this card sticks out from a betting perspective?
I mean, the main event's actually I think guaranteed to be entertaining. I think. Um, so I'll go right into my bet here. uh, I'm not gonna pronounce his name. I'm so bad. If you're not from like somewhere in America, I just can't pronounce your name right. So I'm about to butcher these.
Tatsuro Taira.
Okay, that's actually what I was gonna say. But if you're not from America, you guys know what I'm saying here. All right, Tatsuro Taira, I think he's the easy first leg here. Alex Perez is the greatest fighter of all time at just giving his back up. Like he gives his back up in positions you don't think it's possible, and so there he is, a little 125er on his back, choking him out. It's inevitable. I think Tyra's got that there, and here we go again. I don't know who this guy is. I don't know what he looks like. I'm not positive this is even his real name, because it kind of looks fake. But Jeka Saragi. All right, I don't know who he is, but I do know one thing: he's fighting Weston Wilson. I don't think there's a. I want to clarify something. I don't think that there's a single UFC fighter that I can beat in a fight, right? But if I had to be locked in the cage with one and take my chances, it would be with Weston Wilson. That chin's there to be found. This Jeka guy could, for all I know, work at Home Depot, and I still wouldn't regret this bet. Weston Wilson shouldn't be in the UFC, shouldn't be in PFL. I'm sorry, he's not a good fighter. With that being said, I think those are the two legs. I think they both have very easy paths to victory. You go with Tatsuro Taira and Jaka Saragai. Shout out to Rainbet for that play.
I do respect that, and while I do agree, Weston Wilson is not very good. and there's a clear path for Jekka to win. If Weston Wilson gets Jekka down, it is game over, 1,000%. So Jekka better have been working on his defensive wrestling, and I do like your Tyra play, but I will say this: he's never fought on a main card, only on the prelims. He's fought all of the bottom of the flyweight division, looked good against the bottom of the flyweight division, and now he's getting a main event spot against Alex Perez, who everyone can make fun of him for all his pullout game, his just not showing up for the fights, being tapped out quickly. He's still an elite flyweight, and I think this is too much of a step up for Tatsuro Taira. I think he's gonna get knocked out in like the second or
I'm
third
going to
round.
check you on the word elite there. We're just going to tone that back. There's like a pyramid, elite's at the top. I'm going to go two back and say that he's a good flyweight. I'm not going to call him elite.
I think you're wrong on that. I think he's an elite flyweight, and I think he beats a lot of the flyweights in that division. And he has beat a lot of the flyweights in that division. He's only he's only lost to Pantoja, Pantoja, and Mokaev. You can argue he beat Mokaev. So he's very, very good, and I think Tatsuro Taira is just. I think he's very good as well. I just think he's getting Alex Perez at the wrong time right now, and a big jump up in competition.
Well, you know what? Here's the beautiful thing about Rain Bet. If I'm wrong, you're just going to get your free play back.
UFC fans, Fight Night is here, and RainBet has you covered. Place the same combo bet as the 10-8 podcast and receive a win-win wager. Even if the bet loses, RainBet will refund you in a free bet for up to $50. Click on the offer link below and place your win-win wager on UFC Fight Night.
You can take super fans play. If you're wrong,
Which I won't be. I never have been ever on the show.
this is true. This is true.
I think I'm actually 1 for 2 right now. But redemption time.
But yeah, dude. So this, I mean, we're gonna watch the fights regardless, even if the card is dog shit like this week's. It is what it is. It's free fights. We can make fun of it. We can complain all night long, but we're still gonna watch it. What we really have to look forward to is next week, the first UFC Saudi card, which is just ridiculously stacked, and then we just have to pray to the MMA gods that Conor McGregor makes it to the fight in 2 weeks, because
Oh my gosh, my anxiety over the next 3 weeks is going to probably be the death of me.
Yeah. Well,
Vegas is expensive.
It is, and I always have a nice floor for you to sleep on if you run out of money, because you spent your fortune on those Conor McGregor tickets.
I did. I should have thought of that before I booked my hotel instead of selling my car. That would be smarter.
He kind of screwed up. But with that being said, dude, thank you, RainBet, for putting this together. Thank you, everybody, for listening. We will see you next week. Enjoy these fights, or maybe don't enjoy them, whatever it may be. We'll talk to you next week.
Talk to you next week.